just wanted to come on here and check in with you. I haven't made a video in a while, and I don't know, I've been having a lot of stuff going on. I recently found out that my daughter had to have surgery where she would have to stay like overnight, and she would have like a pretty significant scar on her stomach. And prior to that, I was doing a lot of praying at my church, because my church is really about believing that we can heal people like through God. And it's hard to believe sometimes, and you know, occasionally the human in me like doubts that it can happen. But I've seen a lot of people be healed right in front of my eyes, and it's crazy. And like, I know there's nothing I can really say to convince people that it's real, other than you'd have to come and experience it for yourself. So when I found out that my daughter might possibly need surgery, we didn't know for sure yet, I brought her in, and we were like, the whole church was praying for her. It was amazing. Like, it was almost like the whole thing, the praying, the surgery, the recovery, everything was so surreal. It was like almost like so painful that I couldn't cry, if that makes any sense. I was just so like scared. I was overcome with fear at times. God removed a lot of that for me when he needed to, you know what I mean? But there were times where I was just like in shock that this stuff was really happening to my 5-year-old. And anyway, so we're praying for my daughter at church to try and heal her kidneys. She's having these issues with her kidneys, and she needs surgery. And we go to the hospital to find out like testing and if she's really gonna need it or not, and the answer was definitely yes. And he showed me pictures of her kidneys and said there was significant damage, and it was just traumatizing, the whole thing, because obviously kidneys are extremely important in the body. And just okay, so I'm on my way home, and I was there at the hospital all day, and I'm driving home. My daughter's asleep in the back seat, and I start to cry. Okay, I'm driving, and I'm just crying, and I'm like, God, like, I turned my whole entire life around for you. I'm getting my friends saved. I'm saved. My daughter's saved. My mother's saved. My father's saved. I'm like more or less putting myself out on the internet to look crazy, because I'm like this Jesus freak now that wants everyone to come to my church. And it's because I believe in it, but it's like I'm doing all these things like because I feel like that's what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to like live for God, honor God, and make other people realize that that is the way to live. And more or less like, so then I asked myself, like, or I asked God, I'm like, why didn't you help me here? Why didn't you heal her? That was really what I said. Why didn't you heal my daughter? I was a little bit angry for a second, you know, and then I sort of settled down, and then all of a sudden, it was almost like I got corrected, like when a father corrects his child, but like out of love. Like, I don't want to go as far to say like that God spoke to me, but all I know is that I was confused and frustrated and didn't have an answer, and then all of a sudden I did. So you could take that how you want it, but I get this answer all of a sudden, and I said, why didn't you heal my daughter? And he said back to me, you don't get to choose your blessings. I was like, oh, okay, like, and I wasn't angry. I was, like I said, it was like when a father corrects you, like, out of love, you know? I was like, oh, okay. because I felt like this was like a test, you know, like the first time I've ever been through something somewhat, you know, traumatizing since I've become like born again and everything. And all of a sudden, the first thing that happens to me, I want like a miracle to happen. And God tests you. He sees if you're gonna hang in there. He's gonna see. I could have easily been like, this whole church stuff is complete bull. Like, this is all fake. Like, God doesn't work. Like, blames my other people, blames the doctor. You know, there were so many roadways I could take that would have been unhealthy, and I chose not to. I just like sat there and I thanked God for the health that we do have. I thanked him that it wasn't worse. I thanked him that, you know, he's testing me because he loves me. Truly. That was the first time I really felt like I was corrected and I learned something. I had like a breakthrough, basically. And I just wanted to share that with you guys because I thought it was, you go through life and you don't realize the lessons that you're learning are meant to teach you. The hard times are there to teach you, and like, it sucks. It sucks bad, you know what I mean? Like, you don't want to sit through those hard times. You always think, why is God doing this to me? Like, God isn't doing anything to people. And I don't want to get into all that right now. There's a lot more to it. I mean, we could save that for another video. I just wanted to share that with you guys, and thank you for listening, and I will talk with you soon. Bye.